Alright, so yeah, just finished up a windsurfing lesson with this young lad that I've been teaching for quite a while now. Yeah, he's really improving, which is really cool to see. Today we're doing a bit of downwind stuff, working on jibing, because previously we've been doing a lot of upwind tacking, so I thought it was time to move on to some jibing and downwind, because obviously that is the most fun stuff to do. And one of the things I found actually with teaching, he's using a Windsup at the moment, and I don't always find Windsups the best boards to use, especially for beginners, because it's quite hard for them to get upwind. So going across the wind and downwind is absolutely fine. Getting upwind's quite hard unless they have a centre fin or a fixed dagger board, and most Windsups, well, I'd say probably about 50% don't and 50% do. So it's a bit of a hit and miss with those. The advantage with the Windsups, there's normally a bit more room to move about on them. They're normally a little bit wider than just sort of beginner boards, beginner windsurfing boards. They're kind of all round purpose, so you can use them as sups as well. But in general, it can be tough for beginners to get upwind on Windsups. And what I found with the trick was to actually, when you're trying to get upwind, you're trying to dig in that windward rail and use that to help you get upwind, as opposed to using, you would normally just have the dagger board and it would be a bit easier to get upwind. But digging in that windward rail works. And in terms of turning around, actually doing like a static turn downwind actually works quite well. So teaching people to do that, pivoting kind of on the spot, and then when you come out of the turn and you switch your hands over to the new side, and you come up into the wind, you already have quite a bit of power. Whereas when you tack, for example, you basically stall the board and stop it through the wind, and you can get pushed backwards quite easily and slip sideways, and then you have to do quite a big bear away to actually get back onto course. So it actually makes more sense to teach people to go off the wind and try and turn on the spot, to try not to lose as much ground as they're trying to get upwind, or trying to stay upwind. But yeah, so this session went really well, because we could go downwind and practice sort of jibing and static turning off the wind, which is obviously a lot more fun, but at the same time make decent sort of upwind progress and not drift too far down, which is kind of the key. And with any beginner, like most beginners will end up pretty far downwind pretty quickly without even realizing it. So teaching them to stay upwind in the most sort of efficient way is really helpful. So it's a bit like counterintuitive to teach jibing and like spinning off the wind to turn around, but it does actually work, and it worked in this case anyway. So yeah, just something kind of new learned today. And yeah, for any of you guys out there that are on Windsups and are learning, the key is, yeah, just to dig in that windward rail to get upwind, and it's super easy to spin around off the wind if you're trying to turn around.